welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having a lovely start to the new year. I haven't filmed in over a week, so I'm really excited to be filming again today. So I post videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and I mainly cover luxury items because I am a luxury lover, especially handbags, but I'll also be throwing in some fashion videos and some travel videos here and there. So if you love luxury and fashion and travel as much as I do, please subscribe, and you can also follow me on Instagram and visit my blog if you like. So recently I posted a video about my luxury wish list, so the items that I want to buy, not necessarily this year but in the future. So this is basically a follow-up to that video, but it's luxury items I want to stop buying instead of buying. So there are certain items that I feel like I just don't need to buy anymore, or maybe I've got too much of those items, or they're just things that I don't really like anymore, so I shouldn't be buying. So I thought I would share with you a couple of things that I want to try to stop buying. Now, some of these items will be a little bit difficult for me to stop buying, but I'm hoping to stick to it and not buy any of these items. So the first item will come as no surprise to you if you've watched my best and worst luxury purchases, and it is bag accessories or bag charms. So I've got a few of these now and I don't really use them. They're kind of just sitting in my wardrobe looking pretty. I want to spend money on things that I'm going to use and not things that are just going to sit in my wardrobe. So I feel like I've got enough bag accessories now that I don't need to buy any more. And because I'm barely using the ones that I have now, why am I wasting money on new accessories that I'm probably only going to use for a little while, and then they're going to probably add to this collection and just sit in my wardrobe. These are quite expensive as is, so it's a lot of money to be spending on something that's going to decorate my bag, but I'm not even going to use it. So I want to be really mindful when I'm purchasing bag accessories, and I just don't want to purchase any anymore. I have already stopped purchasing bag accessories. I think the last accessory I purchased was almost a year ago. The only exception to that is twillies or bag scarves. I feel like I purchased those to take care of the handles on my handbags, so although they do make my bags look prettier, they are more functional for me than decorative. The next luxury items that I don't want to purchase anymore is luxury sunglasses. What I've noticed is I find that they're too expensive and I just don't get the wear out of it that I want to. I'm always babying them, I'm always making sure I take care of them really nice, and it just makes the process a little bit stressful rather than functional. And what I've noticed these days is that there's just so many nice sunglasses that are much more affordable that you can get. I recently purchased a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses, and they are my favorite sunglasses out of all the sunglasses I owned, and they were nowhere near the price tag of my luxury sunglasses, and I love it even more. So I really feel like there's no need for me to continue to purchase luxury sunglasses. I mean, there might be one that I'm like madly in love with and I can't find anything similar anywhere, then I will maybe take the plunge. Sunglass shapes are things that keep evolving, and I keep changing the size and style that I like, so when I spend a little bit more money on an expensive sunglass, I feel like I have to continuously wear it or else I'm not getting my money's worth. So right now I feel like it's better that I purchase more affordable sunglasses, so if I do fall out of love with it, it's not as hurtful to my wallet as one of these more expensive sunglasses would be. So now the next thing I want to stop buying, I think, is probably going to be my hardest to do, and it is costume jewelry. Now I have recently fallen in love with Dior's costume jewelry. I have not been a big costume jewelry buyer before up until Dior started making these beautiful pieces in their collection. I've always had that mentality, I'd rather save up my money for fine jewelry than spend it on costume jewelry, but then somehow, somewhere along the line, I started buying Dior costume jewelry. So I used to have a pair of Chanel earrings, and they ruined my ear piercing so bad. Literally, it was so disgusting. It was bleeding. Like, I could not wear earrings for 6 months. Every time I put it in any kind of earring, even real gold, it would hurt so bad and would start bleeding. So I had to give it 6 or 7 months to heal, and I was really worried about wearing costume jewelry earrings again. And I didn't until I saw these Dior earrings, Dior earrings, which I absolutely love. And I thought, I'm gonna take a risk and try them. And I did see that you could disinfect them, so I thought I would give it to my sister or somebody if I didn't like it. But I wore them and nothing ever happened to my ears. And since then I've continuously worn Dior costume earrings and never had a problem like I did with the Chanel earrings. and so that kind of started a craze of me buying a lot. The reason I want to stop buying costume jewelry is because I really love fine jewelry, and I feel like when I spend this money on costume jewelry, I could be putting that money towards fine jewelry and have a piece that is gonna last me forever and I will never have to worry about it. You have to be extra careful with costume jewelry. It can get damaged or it can lose its color really easily, and you can't spray perfume on it, or you can't get moisturizer or anything on costume jewelry, so it is always something that you have to be extra careful about. Whereas with fine jewelry, they last forever and they don't really have the same problems as costume jewelry. So I love fine jewelry. I've got a few fine jewelry pieces that I really want to add to my collection, so for me to do that, I want to stop buying costume jewelry so that I can save up that money towards beautiful fine jewelry pieces that are going to last me a lifetime. The next luxury items I really want to stop buying is black handbags. I have got so many black handbags because they are the safest options, we all know, when purchasing handbags, but I don't need any more. I need to be more adventurous with my handbag purchases in terms of color. Black handbags are always so beautiful, they just look so nice and they go with everything, but I think there's a point where I've got to be more adventurous with my handbag choices, and that point is now. If I'm buying a handbag, it should not be black or even navy blue. It has to be some sort of color. The thing though, black handbags just look so beautiful. There's something about a black handbag that I love. The most recent black handbag I purchased was the Prada Cahier bag. If you watch my What's in My Bag video, you would have seen that. I wasn't going to buy it in black, but I just loved the black the most that I went for it anyways. And that's what happens to me, is I look at everything and then I see the black one and I'm like, I just love the black bag. And I've really got to stop buying smaller crossbody black handbags too. I think pretty much majority of my black handbags are smaller with the crossbody style, so I don't want to buy any more of that either. My only exception to the black handbag rule is I want a really nice black work handbag. So I've got a few options like the Gucci Sylvie or the Dior, or even like the Louis Vuitton Neverfull in black epi leather, but that's the only exception. Another luxury piece that I really want to stop buying is luxury t-shirts. I always get sucked in by a luxury t-shirt because I love t-shirts and I just wear them all the time, but I don't need any more. I feel like I've got enough and I don't really want to spend that kind of price tag on t-shirts, because I found with some of them the quality isn't as high as I would like it to be. If you watch my haul video, you would see that I purchased this t-shirt. I got sucked in at Valentino to buy this t-shirt because I was looking for it for so long, but I just don't need any more, and I really want to start saving my money towards more outerwear pieces like blazers and jackets. Oh, and by the way, if you watch my luxury haul video, you would have seen that I purchased a Balmain blazer that was on my wish list, but I actually returned that because it was too small and I couldn't lift my arms up comfortably enough, and I would rather have had a blazer that was too big than too small, because that to me was super risky. So even though I got it at a steal of a price, I did return it. If I stop buying t-shirts, I can buy more outer pieces. So that's kind of where I'm going with that, is that I want to save my money towards outerwear pieces and pieces that maybe are more versatile. I feel like t-shirts are much more casual, so I kind of can only wear it in a casual style, whereas a blazer or a jacket I can wear in many more settings. Now the final thing I want to stop buying is espadrilles. I have got quite a few pair of espadrilles and I used to love espadrilles, like really love them. This black one is my first ever espadrille and it's probably my most worn espadrille. I've got it in canvas, I've got it in leather, I've got it in patent leather. I loved espadrilles and I used to wear them all the time for so many years, but recently I've just not been gravitating towards them. In occasions before where I used to reach for an espadrille, instead now I reach for sneakers. So my espadrilles don't get that much of a wear anymore, so I really don't need to add any more espadrilles to my collection. With espadrilles you have to be a little bit more careful. You can't really wear it in the rain and stuff because it gets damaged, whereas with sneakers it's pretty carefree. I don't have to worry about it. I can clean it if it gets dirty, whereas I can't do that if the espadrille gets dirty. My black espadrille, the top of it is really dirty and there's nothing I can do because the espadrille will get bad. I do still wear all my espadrilles that I own because I do want to make use of it. Chanel makes my favorite espadrilles, and when I go into Chanel I always look at the new espadrilles and I'm like, oh, that would go so nicely with this outfit, or that would go so nice with this handbag. but I know and I don't need to buy anymore. So that's pretty much all the luxury items that I really want to stop buying this year. And let me know in the comments if you have any luxury items that you want to stop buying. I would love to hear your story. I hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching my video and joining me on my channel. I will see you next time. Bye.